right, so I have my first row completed, and now I'm going to stuff. I'm gonna stuff them now. I think this is the best way to do it, is to do your row and then stuff it and then close them up and then sew them together. I'm thinking that may be the best way, but I'll see as I go. So I'm taking about this much of polyfill. You know, that's about a handful. I can kind of squeeze tight together, and but it, you know, it gives enough to fluff out. So I think this is a good amount. So let's see, stuff that in there, and I like how fluffy that is. And then of course you can, you know, move the polyfill around in there when you're done sewing it up to like really puff it up. But I'm just gonna make sure that I get them into the corners well. And let's see, I may want to add a little bit more. I do want them poofy. I do want to fill it out, and you'll just have to gauge as you go. So what do you guys think about that? I think that's good. Let me work it into the corners. And really get it stuffed in there, because once it's closed, you know, you can probably only do what you can do. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more, and we're gonna see if overstuffing is going to create a problem or not, which I don't think it will. So with all that I'm adding, it seems like it's gonna be a little over, just a handful, but of course just gauge as you go. I think that's good right here. All right, so let's sew the first one. So I'm just gonna close this side how I closed all the other sides. And you want to try to push the polyfill inside away from your stitch line, so you're not stitching over it. But if you do, it's not that big a deal. It's just, you know, those pieces just really won't be able to move around. This is not the easiest thing to do. All right, so here we go. I'm just gonna start out kind of stop a little ways and create that little pleat there. And like, I don't know if pinning this would help. It probably would, but I don't know. It just seemed like it would eventually slow me down. So kind of see what it looks like with me not pinning it. So I'm gonna stop there so that I can fill the next one. And I'm gonna try to keep this flow. So I'll take some more polyfill and stuff it. And I guess I probably should have stopped a little further back just so I'm not moving, you know, I have enough room to move my fabric around and to stuff it the way that I want. I'm gonna go get a chopstick to help me stuff these things. All right, so I went and got like a little, this is just like a little chopstick. If you have, I don't know, like a little stick that's not too pointy where it's gonna poke out your stitching or anything like that. I find that it helps with getting the polyfill into those little corners on the other side and just kind of helping to stuff that polyfill where you need it to go. Okay. Nice little tip trick there. And just like last time, I said I was gonna stop before I got too far, just to give myself room to be able to stuff these. Cut that and go back a little bit because look, that's kind of the problem that I'm running into. So just kind of be mindful, you know, once you get into your flow, to try to catch those little spaces. And then too, even if you do have those little spaces, I guess like now that I'm thinking about it, you don't even have to go back over and do that, because once you put your pieces together, it's gonna get sewn back over anyway. But if you just want to make sure that you're closing all the parts, I guess you could just go ahead and sew them down. Now that I think about it, but it's, you know, it's up to you. I'm just thinking to just make sure that I complete each step before I start another one.